All right, so the first thing we're gonna do today, we're gonna kind of wrap up chapter 4. We're gonna work on this in just a moment as a group. But if you want to take notes on the back side of the page for a moment, this is an 8 menu item. We're gonna do a 4 menu item on the back, okay? Just that we're gonna create ourselves real quick. So let's start with our menu. So let's do cheeseburgers, hamburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, and hot dog. Okay, so we're doing this on the back side of your notes page or on a separate sheet of paper if you want, it's fine. Okay, so we've got 4 items on our menu. Someone give me a number anywhere between the number of hamburgers we served. Let's make them increments of 5. So anywhere from 5 on up to, let's say, 50.
25.
25 hamburgers. Okay, how about cheeseburgers?
15.
15, okay, yeah, let's try to make them a little bit different numbers, just so they have different percentages. Bacon cheeseburgers,
20.
20, and hot dogs,
50.
50, okay. All right. So the first thing we want to do is find our popularity percentage. How do we find the popularity percentage?
Hot dog is 50?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We're gonna add them all up, and what do we get?
Uh,
110,
110,
we all
110.
agree?
yeah.
110? Okay, so now we're gonna divide every one of these by 110.
Because
That's gonna give us our popularity percentage for each item. Okay,
oh, okay. I was thinking 100. Yes, sir. Got you. I'm following.
yeah. So what is 25 divided by 110?
0.227.
What's that?
0.227.
4.27?
No, 0.227.
0.227. So around that, move that decimal place over. It's gonna be 22.7%. Okay, 22.7%. Okay, now what about 15 divided by 110?
0.14.
Give it to me in percentage.
40%. 40%.
13.6.
Oh, wait, hold on. You have people on Zoom. I have to reset my speaker, sorry. I don't know if y'all are trying to say something or not. So 15 divided by 110 comes out to 0.136.
Yeah.
So we move that decimal place over, so your answer would be 13.6%. Okay? So how about 20 divided by 110?
18.2.
Thank you, 18.2%. And the last one, 50.
45.5.
Now, how can I check to see if those numbers are correct?
Together,
And it should answer what,
100%.
right? So these all together should equal 100%. So let's just try it, just to be sure. 22.7 plus 13.6 plus 18.2 plus 45.5 is exactly 100. That means we did our math correctly. Okay,
100.
so that is our popularity percentage. That's our first step. Now we have to find that benchmark. The benchmark, remember, this is what we're going to compare each number to. So what you did for your homework. So our benchmark, this is where we take that 100%, divide by what?
The number of items on the menu.
So that would be in this case,
Four.
4.
4 items, right?
Yep, because we have 4 items, thank you. 25% is the average, okay? And remember that benchmark, I will always give you that benchmark percentage. So let's call it 90%.
Okay.
So we're gonna multiply by 0.90. Should be 22.5, but let me just double check.
22 point.
Yep. So my answer is 22.5%. That is my benchmark. Yes,
You got the 90.
that's the factor that's always given to you.
Oh, so it's just,
You
Yeah.
will give that to us.
Yeah, I'll always give you that
is it
factor.
always the 90 or is it gonna be?
No, it's gonna be anywhere between 75 to 95.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now, using this benchmark for popularity, oops. Is 22.7 higher or lower than the 22.5?
Higher.
Okay, so we have higher, about 13.6. Lower, 18.2,
Lower.
and 45.5. Okay, so that's our popularity percentage so far. Questions, comments, concerns about how we got that? How we got the high, low for popularity?
No, no.
Based on 22.5, right?
Exactly, that's our benchmark.
Right.
Okay. Now let's talk contribution margin. Okay, so our contribution margins is the menu price minus our recipe cost. Okay, so for the sake of keeping this somewhat easy and simple, let's say we sell our hamburger for $10, our cheeseburger for 12, our bacon cheeseburger for 14, and our hot dogs for 8. Okay, and it costs me $3 for my hamburger, $3.50 for my cheeseburger, $4 for the bacon, and then it costs me $2.50 for my hot dog. Okay. So what is our contribution margin? What is our contribution margin for hot dog or hamburgers? $7. And then the next one,
8.5.
$8.50. Okay, what about the next one? 14 minus 4, 10, thank you. And then 8 minus 250, 550. Okay, I'm running out of space. I apologize. I'm not gonna put the zeros on there. Okay. So that's our contribution margins for each item. How do we find the average? Add them all up and divide by 4. So that's a 0. That's an 8, so 16. Plus 1 is 17. Plus 5 is 22. And divide by 4 items is 550. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Wait, are you sure about the 22?
Oh, is it not 22?
No, it's
I
30.
got 31.
31. Okay,
Close
thank
enough.
you.
Divide by.
I was gonna
4
say,
is
no, I don't want to have the exact answer.
7.75.
7.75?
Yes.
Okay. So now, is 7 higher or lower than 7.75? Okay, so we have a lower contribution margin for our hamburgers. Actually, let me do this real quick. Change, hold on. Price. Contribution margin. Let's do something lavender. Okay, so our contribution margin is lower. What about 850?
Higher.
10? 550? Lower. Okay, cool. See where we're at so far? Questions about how we got there?
Okay, so you look, so again, higher because of the,
Yes, so our average is $7.75. So $7 is lower than $7.75.
gotcha. All right, you ran
Okay.
it on that.
So now if we draw our box, popularity, contribution margin. We have high popularity, but we have low contribution margin. So that's our plow horse. And that is our hamburger and
The hot dog?
hot dogs. Okay. And then we have low popularity and high contribution margin. That's our puzzles. So that's going to be our cheeseburgers and our bacon cheeseburgers. Okay. So just a quick 4-item menu analysis. Look at this. Our plow horses are super popular, hamburgers and hot dogs. They don't make us a lot of money though. They make us less than the average contribution margin. Okay. I would venture to say $7 per hamburger is still a pretty good contribution margin, but it is less than our average. Okay. What could we do to get those hamburgers or hot dogs over to that star category?
Advertisement?
Well, they're already popular.
Okay, right,
They're already popular. They're highly popular. So what we have to look at is our contribution margin.
right.
How do we impact our contribution margins?
Change the meat to something better quality.
Okay, so we could look at our cost. Okay, if we look at our cost and we lower our cost, that's going to increase our contribution margin.
Okay.
Okay, or
Raise prices.
if we keep our costs the same, we have to raise the price to impact that contribution margin. Okay, but if we raise our price too high,
Like the
Then
popular-
and our
competition.
customers don't see that value price relationship, they may not buy our hamburgers anymore. Okay. Or to Maria's comment, if we change the recipe to make it, maybe try to make it cheaper, it could affect the quality and people still wouldn't want to buy it. So that could affect the popularity of it in the end. Okay. So, what about puzzles? We have our cheeseburgers and bacon cheeseburgers. What could we do to get them up to that star category?
Maybe
Now we want to advertise,
Oh, okay.
right? Because they're not popular. People are buying the hamburgers and hot dogs. Clearly, people are buying hot dogs, right? There's 50 of them that bought that's almost half the people bought hot dogs. So clearly they're buying them. What can we do now to get cheeseburgers and bacon cheeseburgers up there? Okay. So that's how we're going to do our menu analysis. What we're going to do on the front side of this page is we're going to do one analysis and then we're going to change some prices and we're going to see how those changes impact the change from one category to the next. Okay. Before I talk about this, actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it. I'll do this first. All right. There is my. That's not what I wanted. Why? is. These out. Go. All right, chapter 4. All right, so here is our activity for today. Maybe all on Zoom, can you all see the screen? Okay, perfect. All right, so we have our menu here. Now you'll notice I've already done the first 4 here for you. So we've done a little bit of practice with that popularity percentage. So I'll give you a little bit more, okay? So we want to first find the popularity of each item, popularity percentage. How do we do that? Popularity percentage, we do what?
Divide by.
We divide by the total number that's served,
Right.
right? So I've added it up for you right here. You're welcome, 175, okay? So all you have to do is divide
Right.
the number by 175.
Divide those percentages by 170.
We're not dividing percentages. We're
Okay.
dividing the 50 bacon cheeseburgers that were served
Right.
by the 175 total items that were served. Okay?
Is it a 50 big? Oh, the 50, okay. Sorry. Oh, I get it, yeah.
All right, so go ahead and do the next 3 real quick. I'm gonna get some tissue to blow my nose. Excuse me for a moment.
Good, good, good. 175. Very good vibe. Like that. Okay, that.
All right. You can check your answers with your neighbor to see if you got the same things. All right, so your answers are 28.6, 5.7, 2.9, and 5.7%. Okay, did anybody get anything different? What's up?
Just a 2.8. I added it up and it's still 100. So
Okay,
Where do you get the 28.6?
I did 50 divided by 175.
5.7, 2.9, 5.7. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, any questions, comments, concerns about those percentages? Yes.
You said, I don't remember if it was Tuesday or whenever, that as long as you're like really close to that 100, it's still.
Yeah, if you have like 101, 100.1 or 100.2, that's totally fine. That would have to do with the rounding. Yep. All right, so in this blue square, this is where we're going to calculate what our benchmark is, okay? So the benchmark says we have to meet 75% of the average popularity. So this is where we're gonna divide by 100, or 100 divided by,
9.
there should be 8.
Is there 8?
By 8 products, 8 items.
Yep, by 8 items,
Mhm.
and we get 12.5%. We're gonna use that 75. Okay. Oops. 12.5 times 0.75. You get 9.4%. So that is my benchmark, 9.4%. Okay. Questions about how we got that benchmark of 9.4%?
So that goes in the popularity index.
That's in that blue shaded square. Cause that's what we're gonna compare everything to. So is 22%, is it higher or lower than 9? Good. 14,
Higher.
8, good. 11, good. 28 is higher. Low, low, and low. So that's how we find our high and low for our popularity percentage. Questions about that? Remember, this popularity is going to go right here in that menu mix. Menu mix and popularity are interchangeable terms.
What number are you looking at? The 9.4?
Yeah, so I'm looking at this 22.9. Is this 22.9 higher or lower than 9.4?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So we're comparing each item. Now, this is important because a lot of students get hung up on this. They compare that 9.4 to the number. What you have to do is compare the number to 9.4.
Okay.
Okay? Compare the number to 9.4. All right, contribution margins. This one's easy. We're doing the menu item, how much we sell it for, we subtract. So in this case, I sell it for $6.25 and I want to subtract the $2.25 cost me $4. Okay. BLT is $5.83 minus 175. 408 is my contribution margin. Okay, $3.75 and $5 are the remaining contribution margins. Questions, comments, concerns about those? Now the blue square, that's our average contribution margin. So everyone look up for a moment.
Yeah.
Check this out. I love Excel. Excel is one of my favorite Microsoft programs. Because if I just click and drag and highlight all of these, if I look down here on the bottom, I know it's kind of hard to see, it's very small, but it says sum, count, and average. So sum is the total, count is how many are highlighted, and the average is already right there, $4.27. No calculator needed. Excel does the math for you. Okay, so 427 is our average contribution margin. Now, if you want to use Excel to do your homework, you can. You still have to know the formulas. Anytime you want Excel to do any math, you start with the equal sign. And that's telling Excel, I want you to start doing something. Okay. I could type in 625 minus 225 and it gives me my answer of $4, right? Or equals, click on the 625 minus, click on the 225. You'll notice it's not putting in numbers, it's putting in what? The coordinates is where the cells are, E8 and D8. So when I hit enter, it calculates it. The benefit of doing that is when I click on this one again, I have the fat white cross, go to the bottom corner where it turns into the black skinny cross, click and drag, and it automatically puts the answer. So if you look up here, it's E9, D9, E10, D10, E10, E11, D11. So there's no actual numbers in the formula. So if I decided to come in here and do 7, it automatically updates. Okay, I love Excel. It's a lot of fun. All right, so now is $5.40 higher or lower than 427?
Higher.
Good, higher. 367
I mean, it's lower,
is
so.
lower than 427. Good. 770, no, sorry, 428. 4,
Lower.
408, 375, and $5 higher. Okay, cool. So now what I recommend, now we have our high-low. What I recommend is you go category by category. Don't try to go line by line. What are the 2 easiest categories to identify?
Star and dog.
Star and dog. So let's start with star. We have high and high. So that's our chicken sandwich. Okay. Do we have any other stars? No, we don't. Then we have low, low, which is the dog. Easy to identify. Low, 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 low. So that is our
That's the hamburger.
BLT and corn dogs. Okay. Now, my next one down is low contribution margin, high popularity. Low contribution margin, high popularity. So low contribution, high popularity, that is my plow horse. So that's gonna be my hamburger. Now, while I have low, high in my head, I'm gonna go down and look for low, high. And so that's my chili cheeseburger and my bacon cheeseburger. And then the last one, last category is high contribution margin, low popularity. That's our puzzle. So that's gonna be our crab cakes and veggie burger. Crab cakes and veggie burgers. Questions, comments, concerns about how we figured this out? The last thing you're going to do is the food cost percentage. How do we find food cost percentage? What's the formula for food cost percentage? Cost divided by sales. How do we know that?
Triangle.
The triangle, okay? So our cost divided by sales, this is our total cost, 355. So our total cost, 355. 75 divided by our total sales of $1,117.25. Okay. So if we were to divide that, 355 divided by our total sales, what is our percentage? 31.8. So you'll notice, look at this right here, Excel, 0.318, right? It's not formatted as a percentage. So that's gonna give you that decimal. Click on this percent symbol up here at the top. Boom, our percentage, 31.8. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns about this?
The 4 boxes,
Yep,
which one is the higher and the lower and high and low?
so the boxes are always low and high,
Okay,
and then low and high. Okay,
okay.
so if we did this, finish out our chart, we have star, Hamburger is a plow horse. This is our puzzle. Plow horse, dog, puzzle. Oops. Puzzle, okay? Puzzle.
Chili was a plow horse? Yeah. Can't see.
There we go. Okay, questions, comments, concerns about this exercise that we just did? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording for a moment.